Hi everybody, it's Laura from Midwest Explorations. This is the third time I've tried to start this video. And every time my video, instead of pausing, it's wanting to shut off. So anyways, I wanted to come with you and tell you that I was just inside the beautiful Fort Scott. We're at the fort, and I just left the visitor center. You can't actually go upstairs. I was hoping to actually view, this used to be the hospital. You can't actually view any of the rooms. They're all used as offices and stuff like that. So we're just going to walk around, and I'm going to go over here. This building that I'm getting ready to go into now is used to be the guardhouse, and we're going to start with that. And it's a pretty neat stone building. And there's a lot of buildings here. I did pick up a pamphlet, so I'm not walking around kind of blindsided here. So it's a beautiful day. Windy, but beautiful. I wanted to get out and do some exploring in some other places, but silly me, I kicked a stand and broke my toe pretty badly, so I can't get my shoes on. This is really neat. Yeah, my phone's not letting me turn, so I'm going to try to just turn this around this way and show everybody. I don't know why my phone. Look at that wood stove. That is pretty neat. And what the beds would have looked like. It's got an attic access. And this is like oilcloth, kind of canvas, three-legged stool. Everything's kind of designed to kind of be like what it would have been like. Metal candle holders, bars on the windows. And the floor in here is with the wooden barrel. Ooh, oh, that's weird. My phone just fogged up. Really strange that happened. Really odd that my phone just went blurry like that. Stone and concrete on the floor. And there's every time I try to turn my phone, it ends the video, so we're not going to do that. This is pretty neat in here. Have a table, a wooden bench, wood stove. I've actually heated with a wood stove like this. And we'll come back here, and these are Any of these locked. Jail cells. And let me see. It really stinks that I can't get my phone to turn around. Shackles on the floor. Ball and chain. It's got like just a little window at the top. And just, I can't see that well. There's a stool. My phone is not picking up things. Every time I try to turn it, it cuts off my video. So we won't try to turn it again. But it shows, there's this big, like, wall. And it shows this, if you want to read what it says. You can pause the video. And it talks about guard duty, about how soldiers never welcome the 24-hour stretch. And if they would lay on this and sleep. And this over here talks about the ball and chain, like we saw in the one. And we saw this in that one jail cell. The different punishments they would make them use for the prisoners. Standing in a barrel, that big long post that was in the corner, sitting on top of that. I think I used to do some pretty strange punishments. And there's the one that they showed. So, yeah, that was the guardhouse and some of the jail cells. And I'm going to go, because we have a lot of people going into that building, we're going to go to this, I guess it's a hexagon because it's like 8-sided. Octagon, not hexagon. I'll get it right. And we'll go in here and take a look and see what it looks like. I don't know, I've been having problems ever since, I don't know what happened with my phone here about a week ago. And things changed even on my phone, not just on Facebook, but my phone seemed to have changed. So, we're going to take a look and see what this is. I'm not seeing on the map what it says it is, but it looks kind of creepy. Let's turn this around so you can see. It's just an octagon building. And we'll walk around it. Okay, so it has barrels in here, so it was definitely used to keep powder, musket, rifle, money. Cannon. .52 caliber, .54 caliber. Under port fires. 1846. .60 caliber. .52 caliber, .54 caliber. Ammunition boxes, black powder, powder magazines. I stand back from this so you guys can read, see what that is. If you want to read that, you can pause it. So that's what this building was. It was the house, black powder, and .300 yards, 325 yards. That was pretty cool. Then we come out of this building and there's the flag. So that is pretty neat. I think we'll walk straight back here and we'll look at a couple more buildings. Like I said, I kind of was planning on doing something a little differently today, but I wanted to be able to pick up a little bit of content to show everybody, and we were coming to Fort Scott today, so I was like, well, this might be nice. Didn't know if anything would be open, and it is. It's open every day from 8 to 5, and so we thought this would be pretty cool thing to show. It's not what I would normally want to look at or show everybody, but it is part of Midwest history, part of the United States history, so thought it would be really neat. I try to keep other people's privacy, especially children, out of my videos, because I really don't want, keep their privacy and keep them safe, because there's some really bad people. And I'm sure this is the well, and I'm sure this is probably closed off, which they have like a clear, see down in there. There's obviously water down in there because of the water droplets. That is neat how they did that. Anyways, I like the older stone kind of looking buildings myself. I like going in them. This one skinny house over here kind of intrigues me. I haven't really paid much attention to the map. I've just kind of been walking. This is probably got a lot of, especially the hospital, but the hospital, which is now the visitor center, you can't go upstairs. I mean, you could, but it's all offices, and I kind of got frowned on because I started up the stairs before I realized it was all offices, so I'll know better next time not to do that. Let's see. They don't even say what those buildings are. So they probably might be off limits, so I don't know. They don't list them on the map, so we'll just kind of run in and see what these other buildings are. They don't list them on the map? What's in here?
This is an original building.
Okay.
Everything else here is facsimile.
Okay.
This one?
Alright, because a lot of these buildings aren't even listed on the map. You want to take it?
This is original unrestored inside.
So what about the horse stables? Is that original?
If you went over there to that corner, there's a picture of
Right,
this
I've got...
in 1960. And the only
Right.
buildings that are still standing is this building and this building. Everything else is a new facsimile.
Okay.
There used to be a city street right there and a city street right there.
Okay.
Look at that picture.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
did, but I know some of them were supposedly, like, I don't know, I was going by the different ones by when it was the original and then when it was brought back. There's like 2 different wars that this served, so I was kind of going by 2 different, I don't know. Here, you can walk around with that. We're going to take a peek in here. Alright. That was Alan, and because I don't have a car, he's my ride, and he kind of keeps up with me. So, oh, this is neat. It's kind of dark in here. So, I was looking to see, I mean, they have lights, but they do not have a light switch unless when I walk in they turn on. They do! Look at that. That's what I was wondering. Let's start at this end because it's dated. So I think once I do this building, we'll start another video. It talks about the history of this house in 1842. Make sure you guys can see all this. Because I'm kind of short, so it's going to be kind of hard. But if you look up Fort Scott, you're going to see all this. And it talks about the officers' quarters. And it talks about Captain Thomas Swords, the post quartermaster from 1842 to 46. It gives a map. And it depicts several different, and it talks about this house. This is officers' quarters number 2. And it talks about when this house was abandoned. Because it was abandoned from one war until it was needed again. When they talked about the bleeding Kansas, and when it was occupied by the Union troops. Now, which is strange because they list Kansas and Missouri both as Union, but yet Kansas and Missouri were fighting against each other, which is really strange that they were both Union, but yet they were fighting against each other when they were both against slavery. So, there's a lot of history about Missouri. The town I live in has what was called, I can't remember, but it was I can't remember what it called, but it was a law, and if you didn't live within a mile of town, they burned your home. You had to move into town, and they burned your home. They destroyed your home. And you could not be caught singing. If you were caught singing, you were jailed. So it was not a good time. So it's fireplaces for cooking and heating. I hope I get this because my phone is not letting me turn for videos, and I don't know. I love this fireplace. Big, 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 big. the lights above it's kind of making it hard for me to get a good video of it. Tip my phone a little bit. It's a beautiful house. I have a furnace in there and an air conditioner, which is nice because it gets really hot in Missouri in the summer. So, yeah. And I'm not sure exactly what they're showing here, but there's a big hole in the floor showing what it was originally made. And here is another fireplace, laid in plaster, walls. I believe there is like an app you can pull up on your phone and you can listen, and it'll tell you, all these numbers will tell you about, like 28 is pointing here to the woodwork. It'll tell you about the woodwork and it'll tell you about the different things that it's pointing to. So if you were to want to listen to about the house, you could probably look it up and listen to, you know, what I've walked through and listen to the different things. We'll go up the stairs here in a minute. I just want to make sure I've panned around the different things. You can see, I'm sure that that's probably blocked off, so I can't step on that upstairs. But we're going to take a peek upstairs and see what the upstairs is like. I love old houses. That's why I like to do what I do. So let's take a walk up the stairs. Imagine that. This is not an exit. Oh, and there's even more. There's even more up behind me. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful light fixture. I love that. I love the sound of old woodwork and old floors when you step on them. They've got that so you can't open it. Remember when closets used to be like this? And we'd be like, oh look, we have a closet. Y'all excited? Now it's like, that's the closet. Look at the old wallpaper. I get excited over old wallpaper. And it shows different wallpapers and wall types. I should have brought my camera and had Alan take pictures while I was here and done different videos. Here they have like just a so you can see the flooring underneath. And here they have how the house was built. You can see how the lathing and plaster was made, which wallpaper. And here it talks about how Fort Scott's permanent structures, broad axe, hewn, pretty neat. We're gonna go up as far as Les. Ready? I think it only lets us go up to this little gate and then it stops us. But we can see, well, if you can, my phone is, I wish it would let me turn it around. I don't know. We'll have to see if I can fix that. Something has changed in my phone. And you can see, I hope you can see that. Let me do this. Sorry about that. You can see up into the attic through the window, which is pretty neat. And then you can see downstairs. And we're gonna, well, first I'm gonna get hold of the rail. We're gonna go out on the balcony. This is a beautiful building. With its historic significance, these places are kept taken care of, so they're here. If it wasn't a historic building, it would have been gone by now. I wish more old homes could be saved like this is. I love the second floor balconies. It gives air, especially here in Missouri. Lots of nice air, lots of nice wind blowing through, keeps everything cooled off. We're gonna go downstairs and then I'm gonna pan around with my phone and show you just kind of what it looks like here. And I'll probably conclude this video, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you get a chance to ever come through Fort Scott, Kansas, this is definitely a good place to come, walk through, spend some time. There's a lot more to see than I've got in my video. So guys, if you like my video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, share it, and have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.